Hi, it's Michelle Turner from Movement Lesson, and I'm going to talk to you about infant development and playing. Whether or not your child seems to be special needs or not. And if your child's special needs, some of these points can be used at a later date, let's say, or continual to be used as the child progresses or gets older. And this is something we really should do as adults, so it's not limited to though, but it'll help you hopefully understand movement and learning. So I have a whole bunch of balls here with different properties. Now if you're talking to an infant, and I was just reading a paper, so I'm a little riled about what people think understanding for an infant is, and their learning. To say that this is a ball is fine, but no offense, a newborn or an infant has no idea what ball means. Now, they're reacting to stimuli. So now, some infants, because this is spiky, this might be interesting, might not be at that moment. Their job is the movement. How are they looking at the ball? Is tracking starting to become apparent? Do they want to look at things? Eventually will they try and reach for it? But just that touch in the hand and the mouth is really important. Is it a solid? How solid is it? I can kind of squish this sucker, but it's spiky, so it's got properties to it that are different than, let's say, a smooth ball. Now this is a foam ball, so it's still got a grip to it and a different kind of surface than, let's say, a plastic or a glass ball, whatever you're playing with. Obviously don't play glass with the kid unsupervised, but So whether I touch it in my mouth, how it's on my body, how is it on my stomach, how is it with my feet, not with my feet. This is where, if your child is somewhat where you're concerned with, assist the child. You always see me touching that vestibular, their bum, assisting the child so they can be successful, not, where it's okay to lift the leg for the child. And again, you don't see me foot on foot working with them, but from behind. And again, an infant's smaller, so you have those mobility things. But bring the ball in certain places. This is why kids like when it's under their shirt later on and they get that peekaboo factor. There's so many things you can do with just a ball with a baby. But notice too how I rock. This is a vestibular. As I look to here, I just start to develop a counterbalance. And a torque. I'm going after this twist. To me, this is one of the keys to development, and I'm about to explain that a lot further with the paper I'm doing, but the child learning how to do all of this is crucial when they're babies, under their legs go up and down and they can see and still move. And you want to really work with that as much as possible. Now I can change the balls around. Now this one I'm adding the factor of weight. It's much heavier, so you can't expect a baby to be able to lift it and do things. However, they can still touch. They can get their fingers in and out of it. This is a lighter version, but there's no noise involved. But you can stick things in here too. You can put lights in here. You can do all sorts of to add what's called variation. You want to enjoy the stimuli. Now again, if your child has, like, say, visual delays or that kind of things, let them learn the one specific if possible. But again, they're babies. It's not about, quote, therapy all the time versus just play. And show them how they can do things. Put, again, the ball on the feet, do things. But that's just baby play. But you have no idea how significant this will be in their lifetime. And really good tools, because you want to learn with movement. When you're just learning, the child's just sitting there, or we're sitting in their car seat and you're just doing it, they can't react to the stimuli. If they're in a situation where they can't react to the stimuli, they're not learning. I'm not saying you can't use a car seat or a bouncy seat or a swing, but really limited for their purpose to get the child to and from. It's not, or if you have to go do dishes and keep the child safe, but that's not entertainment for the child. There's nothing better than just a good old playpen, good old just a blanket, and letting them just allowing that shift, that counterbalance to start happening. So that's how you play with the ball.